Hi, this is Tina Dabi, AIR1. I did my BA Honours Political Science from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. My interests, the serious ones, include painting, debating, some amount of social work as well. The non interest, I believe, we all share watching movies, shopping, hanging out with friends, etc. Means answer writing. I think this is one area which is quite important because it's means which actually ensure whether you make it or break it. As far as the word limit is concerned, I was one person who always breached the word limits. But then I would still advise everybody to stay within the word limit because you have time constraints. You need to do around 20 to 25 questions in 3 hours and you need to write good answers on them. So word limit should be adhered. It's okay if you like cross them by 50 words here or there, but the word limit more or less has to be stuck to. Also, how to ensure that you write within the word limit? I think that's where the mains test series come into play. I highly recommend that you take any mains test series because they not only teach you how to write within the word limit, but they also teach you time management. Time management is very crucial. For instance, I'll give you my own personal experience. When I was writing my mains exam at my venue, a lot of people were not very well versed with the task of time management. So after the exam, a lot of girls and boys were actually crying that, oh, I 10 mark का पेपर छूट गया, 20 marks का question छूट गया, this happened, that happened. So this only happens when you did not practice writing answers in a test format. So practicing answers per se is not sufficient. You need to practice answers in a test format, in a proper test, in a proper time constraint. That is how you learn. Because let me tell you, it is a fight of every mark. And I have fought for every mark, and probably that is why Athar and I have a difference of 45 marks. You have to complete your paper, you have to fight for every mark. As far as there's always this question, do we write in points, do we write in paras? It depends from person to person. Sometimes people are comfortable, like they are very well expressive even within points. But for me, I could only express when I wrote full sentences in proper paragraphs. Probably it's because of my humanities orientation. I've not been an engineering student, so I don't have this practice of writing in points. So, well, I wrote in proper paragraphs, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't say that this is the perfect strategy for everybody. It differs. So, choose how you will be able to express yourself better. If you think you are not very good with forming full sentences, please write in point wise. Having good answers also requires some amount of decent presentation. Presentation in the sense that, it's always helpful if, you could underline the keywords and phrases, and you could write the names of the scholars in block letters. These little things really make your answer much more beautiful. So it's somewhat also about presentation. Attempting questions. I think you absolutely have to attempt every question. And if you're a serious candidate, you will know something about the topic even if you don't know what they've really asked. So I believe you have to write at least what you know, if you know something. But yes, if you completely do not know anything, please don't insult the examiner by cooking up stuff, because that is really insulting the examiner. Don't do that. But yes, like for instance, you don't know exactly what is being asked, but you have some vague idea about it and correct idea about it. Please write that down. Even that 1 mark or 0.5 mark or 2 marks will help. You have to fight for every mark. Diagrams also, it depends. For instance, if you think you can make a very good diagram on a particular issue which will impress, not a useless diagram, but something which will be impressive, something out of the box, please do it. It will fetch you brownie points. For instance, though I did not get an opportunity to have diagrams in my GS papers in mains, but for my optional, like I have political science as my optional, and it's very surprising that you could make diagrams in political science and in a theory paper. But I did that because that was very unique and something very appropriate at that particular question. So if you face such a circumstance, I would strongly advise you to make a diagram. And please, you do not have the time to highlight, use color pencils or pencil. You're writing with a pen, and that is sufficient. Just be neat. And it is not even so more about the handwriting, but how clearly you've written words. So if your words are clear, your diagram is clear, that is sufficient. That is all that they need. So I would just like to say that with little points and being careful on little fronts, it's quite possible to do this exam in one go. Like I did this, and I'm telling you, I was a very normal person. I did not even have much guidance. I just did things very meticulously in a very planned way. Plan your targets, plan your strategy, and pick strategy which suits you as a person. Don't follow people blindly, and just be very hardworking, very sincere to yourself. And of course you'll come during those days, you'll have those days, then where you don't want to study, and that happens to everybody. So one break in every 15 days is a must. We're all normal people. Sleep is important. Those people who get up at 4 in the morning, agar isi se ho jata clear, to nothing like it. You need 8 to 9 hours of sleep. You need a well rested mind to do so much work, to learn so much, and take it as a learning experience. Enjoy studying, enjoy learning, and that will make all of it worthwhile. Thank you so much.